Good morning and welcome to Sparks. You know, one of the problems I've had with the lockdown and isolation stuff is when you deal with people on Zoom, you just can't get it the same way you can when you're dealing with a real person. You can see their face, but you can't really see their whole body and their expressions. And even on their face, it doesn't really work for me. The old saying, you know, if you're really happy, let your face know about it. Well, I think that's a good message for us today. You know, we pursue worship in church. We undergo, worship times in church. But the purpose of worship is to actually change the face of the worshipper. It's exactly what happened to Christ on the Mount of Transfiguration. It says his face became bright like the sun in Matthew 17. So Jesus pulled back the veil for a moment and you could see this incredible visage, this incredible face. The connection between the face and worship is more than just coincidental. Our face is the most public part of our bodies. It's covered less than any other area, at least pre the masks. It's also the most recognizable part of our body. It's hard to pick someone from their foot or their hand, but their face you can always tell. We don't fill a school annual with photos of people's feet, but rather photos of people's faces. You see, God desires to take our faces, this exposed and memorable parts of our body, and use it to reflect His goodness. Paul writes, our faces then are not covered. We all show the Lord's glory, and we are being changed to be like Him. This change in us brings an ever greater glory, which comes from the Lord who is the Spirit. So God invites us to see His face. That's why we say get together and worship in church. You can do it by yourself, yes, but when you get together with others and you corporately worship, it's like everybody's face is changed at the same time, and we are all collectively able to display His glory. And this transformation isn't easy. The sculptor of Mount Rushmore faced a lesser challenge than we do, trying to reflect the face of God. But our Lord is up to the task. He loves to change the faces of His children. By His fingers, the wrinkles of worries are rubbed away. The shadows of shame and doubt, become portraits of grace and trust. He relaxes clenched jaws and smooths out furrowed brows. His touch can remove the bags of exhaustion from underneath our eyes. His touch can turn despair into tears of peace. How can God accomplish this great transformation? He does it through worship. That's why worship is important. That's why we do it every Sunday. We expect something more complicated, more demanding on us. No, it's simple. Is it a 40-day fast? Do we have to memorize the book of Leviticus? No. All you've got to do is get together and worship, and you will find that God's plan is simple. He changes our faces through worship. That's why gathering together is so important. So this week, put in an effort. Come along to church and open your heart, open your face to the face of God. You won't regret it. It'll transform your life. God bless you. We'll see you tomorrow on Sparks.